Alright, so we're on this island. What port am I getting?
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
Point to it. This leads to this leads to the depot in Land's End.
Ah, yes, so it seems.
The lieutenant looks at the mechanism overhead. What do you think it was used for?
For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
Makes sense. Yeah, this chain.
As a defensive measure, lock it off that side of the bay.
Lock it from whom? Coalition?
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
He looks up ahead. Right, finished thought. How interesting. Right, so I have my gun out because apparently there is someone living here. I do not know who. Tires, these tires are falling apart. They're at least 2 years old. Right, well, probably been here since this place was abandoned. Makes sense. So where do these kids make their fires? Said they're making some kind of fires over here. Didn't see anywhere. Attention, inflammable. Makes sense. Some fuel as we go to the battle. Black viscous. There's a lingering trace of muscle here. That fuel has gone down here making these fires here. Okay. Someone could have shot our guy from here.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea.
What is that flutter?
The flock of quail departs, now more than 100 meters away, 102, 105.
Underneath the flutter.
On the islet, there is almost no wind under the rain quietly falling on the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline, long dried leaves chafing against each other, the soft raindrops.
Okay.
Like a silent orchestra tuning at the beginning of some major work.
To the west.
A silent hiss, sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree.
To the east.
The faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand, the low tide filtered through its grains, a bird tending to its feathers. Raindrops fall on water, strangely quiet, forming circles in the distance.
Ahead.
A low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and
It's not
cracks,
machinery. Okay.
resonating, hollow. A big building.
Beyond that, further north.
Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow. Absolute silence. Reeds motionless. Bulrushes motionless.
Air flows out of a pillbox window, little there. Okay.
A drop of rain falls on a black log of an extinguished campfire.
Okay, so the kids made that, sure. Below the silence.
A jitter. A sound impatient to happen, but not yet in this world.
Something will happen here. Kim.
Yes?
It's pretty silent on this island.
It is. Is that why we are stopping?
Wait, I have to listen one more thing.
The lieutenant nods in silence.
Open your eyes, stop listening. Yeah. Pretty cool. This battle says ICM. We see a star with little specks on it. Interesting, and all these doors here. Recognize this little perch from the coin-operated viewer. No way to get up there, stairs are gone. Well, I guess we go in here then. We have a gun. Should probably equip our flashlight as well. I don't think we need it, but it makes sense to have still. Careful, those stairs have collapsed. What is this? This was once an armament rest. Twin cannons were attached here. Medium distance, large caliber. Anti-aircraft, huh? Oh yeah, and someone is living here, definitely. Look at this bed. Books, mostly fantastic and historical fiction. Okay. Dishes stained with sauce and fire, a survivor's kitchen. You see candles planted on the broken rangefinder. A moth-bitten bedsheet keeps the wind out. Okay, there's a bed here.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
Okay, so he's made a makeshift bed.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
The lieutenant inspects the bed. How recently?
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses, no longer able to hear yourself speak.
Why is there pain?
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
Oh. No. No time for rest now.
Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later, it's okay by me.
No, I don't need
You
to rest.
don't have to be a hero.
Yeah, no, chill. We don't need to rest.
The greasy old spring mattress lies in the corner, fresh linen under the heavy caracal cover.
The offer still stands. Take
He
it.
says,
You don't look so good.
No, I'm fine. What about this stuff?
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized.
Sift through them.
Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures,
Okay.
popular depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists T&T Harpin, husband and wife, widely read by people from all walks of life. Who doesn't like nature? Who doesn't want to survive?
Makes sense.
Among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories, you find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering.
Oh.
Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica,
Great.
an international thriller about circuit benders.
Circuit benders.
Someone's made themselves a home.
The lieutenant inspects the softcover. Conceptualization. Does anything stand out as unusual? All things communist. Leave. Let's put on some conceptualization clothes. Conceptualization. Do I have conceptualization already? Nope. I'm just going through it again because I am a bit tired. I'm always tired nowadays. It's kind of weird. Conceptualization. White satin shirt helps. So conceptualization is blue. Okay, so look for blue stuff. Drama. Clown jacket. Conceptualization helps. Look for blue. Drama, logic. No drama, 2 logic, suggestion, electrochemistry. Okay, so I got conceptualization maxed out.
Soft covers, serialized fantastique
Nice.
and detective stories, Animal Adventures, a magazine for electrical engineering, and an international thriller. Also, light erotica and some historical novels from the century past.
Does anything stand out as unusual? Right.
Not that you can
Oh
tell.
god.
This is a digest of someone who's dead bored. Most of it is for entertainment purposes, fittingly right next to the radiola on the floor.
Nothing? Nothing out of the ordinary?
Maybe it's a little old-fashioned. There's a nude mag. More than that, you can't say.
Come on.
The print in some of these is pretty small, though. This person has good eyesight.
Good eyesight. Great. Doesn't really help me, but I have a point, so I can put that in conceptualization. Is blue here. See art in the world. Boom. Right again.
Soft covers, serialized
Right.
fantastic. Oh yes, under the bed, there is a rather extensive collection of critical theory. That is, dour, life non-affirming left-wing literature, published by small imprints such as Abattoir Firm and Ouzia. It's not exactly like reading.
Look him, powerful communist theory, righteous and truthful. Look him, deranged commie ranting. Downbeat dribble for person who can't get shit done. Look him, a book, left wing. I have no comments, do you? Deranged commie ranting.
Ooh, yeah. I agree. Humanitarian sciences. It stands out. Not a lot of critical theory around in Ravachol West.
Yeah.
Your incendiary remark has failed to provoke him. Wasn't there some in the communist students' room?
A student in the apartment building seems to have kept some as well.
Well, yes. That one student did.
Yep.
The little books seem inconsequential next to the big pile of frivolous entertainment covering them.
Critical theory books. What do you think this means?
Whoever has lived here, they have some education and a certain set of interests.
Interesting.
Alright. Let's put our normal clothes on though now. So the intersolary dress shirt. Pressed and spotless gleaming white shirt, the kind serious men wear, not a serious intersolary offices. Not yet so circumstanced. Yes. That's mine. And RCM commander, the black uniform, jacket with RCM signature, white rectangle on its right sleeve. Exceptional quality, then some minor wear and tear. United in black and sharp eye. Yeah, some clothes here too. The hell is this? Flan arrower shirt. Ooh, continuing the flan series. Don't put it on. This flan training shirt has seen one wash too many. It retains its unusual design. One short sleeve, other long, but little of its original colors. A giant F swashes over the chest, now in grey. Well, I'm not going in for a flan set of clothing. Although if I were, I would have to buy the flan shoes from that guy. Army surplus winter scarf. This Tawi old scarf itches when wrapped around the neck. It has humanitarian aid written all over it. Yet you know that thousands all over the Isola are suffering the same fate as you, the fate of uncomfortable army surplus scraps. Yes, but I like the 8-eyed thing more. Because this lowers composure, so. Wait, why did it lower composure again? +2 empathy, plight of the underclass. Composure sucks to be poor. It does indeed suck to be poor. He's right about that. We got magnesium for more morale. Excuse me, where are you going? And money and more magnesium. The great blast door must weigh over 10 tons. Rust peels off it. Right, we didn't look at this. We can head back and do that.
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right.
That's the generator, okay.
The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
Has it been used?
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Okay, where do these wires lead?
Downstairs, somewhere.
Downstairs, okay. He looks at the wall socket. What kind of generator is this?
Liquid carbon. I would imagine it takes mazout.
He points to the open fuel cap on the side of the dynamo. Okay, so petrol.
The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been a long winter. Long and cold.
Okay.
If anyone stayed here, they'd need a generator.
Tap on the side.
A hollow ring. The canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift.
What does this mean? A generator here?
I don't know. I'm not a philosopher.
That is his idea of a joke.
I am. This generator proves the universe's material. I mean, why is it here?
Someone with basic electrical skills has restored it in order to keep the room warm. Maybe it's the fire guy.
Probably.
The wind outside picks up suddenly, with a faint howl. Inside, it's warm.
Right, we'll leave. And we can't get down, can we? Oh, I know we can. We can go around. Right, we can just walk around here. I guess this whole spinning thing controls the big ass gun. What is this? The hatch is jammed shut. Alright.
Green paint flecks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard.
It's a small communications computer. Run your fingers across the keyboard.
The keys rattle like teeth. This keyboard hasn't been functional in decades.
What is this then?
The console of an anti-computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out. They terminate here.
The lieutenant points to the wires running into the machine. What does this console do?
Urgence, ouvert, allumé, radiodiffusé. Sounds like this device was used to control the electronics here. Maybe it still does.
He inspects the dials, maybe.
This device was used to control the electronics in the room. It could open doors, control lights, function as a radio computer.
Turn, emergency, open.
We need to restore power before
Nothing
using
happens.
this, officer.
The generator.
The generator, it
It
didn't
looks
look like there
upstairs.
was fuel in it.
There was no fuel, right.
We should look around outside. There are barrels all over. Maybe one of them still has something in it.
He looks into the dim light to his right.
The boat engine.
Or we could get some from the boat engine.
But officer, then we would have to swim back to the mainland. Let's just look around, okay?
Yeah, that makes sense.
The consul stands by, mutely. Urgence, ouvert, reads a dial key. Allumé reads another. The frequency band says, radio diffuser.
Push light, interior.
Nothing happens.
Slide, radio
The dial slides under the glass, silently. You make out defunct stations on the UKV frequency. The words, Feld Insula, are written on the band.
Insular. This is an off-air radio computer, I believe, used for military communications.
The lieutenant leans in to display the cursive writing.
It's an air-gapped system, an off-air military model. Its circuits are nearly impossible to bend, i.e., it cannot be remote controlled.
Okay, we leave. Interesting. Oh, what is this? Water rushes below. Fire down below. Oh, there's something here. Another pill bottle. A lot of magnesium. And a little bit of money. And we can like leave. Police worker stuff. Take breaks. Yeah. I've been on breaks. A firing slit. You can't see inside. Okay, let me just start running. It must have been a direct hit to take off such a huge chunk. There was artillery fired here. The distant sound of cargo ships, single horns echo on the water. Right, now the coast. So I hear the port, I guess. The reed sways strangely. No, it's nothing. Oh, are we gonna find the ice cracks under your feet? Be careful not to fall through. Right. Maybe we'll find the plasmid here. Nobody knows. It's real. The pain in your pelvis makes you wince. Then you continue. The inside of the fortress. You make out the console and the blast door. Oh well, here's the fuel. Lum fuel canister. There is still some fuel in this battered canister, a liter or two. The metal looks decades old. The logo of the automotive manufacturer Lum has faded on the side. Right. A weather artillery map showing coordinates in the Bay of Revachol. An old medicine cabinet, newly stocked with Dorline. And
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
right here.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
The lieutenant lowers his voice, stepping closer with his hand on his gun. Inspect the mattress.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns.
Okay.
And an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts.
Pick one out of the can.
The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Moteri.
Geometry. Okay.
Contemporary Revacholians prefer Druan, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, the legendary cigarette from Grad. Diamatiri is favored by older men for its paper filter tips, sweet smell, and added tar.
I saw the same brand of cigarettes extinguished in Land's End, Point West.
Could be a coincidence. Or the same person has visited Land's End and
He looks around.
here.
Yeah.
I didn't see any signs of smoking inside though. If people live there, they keep it tidy. This here may also be a smoking spot.
Inspect the wall.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window.
Touch the concrete first.
Quite old and grimy from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain.
Look through the hole in the concrete. Do we see the
The springs
Swirling?
screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water, the ruins look familiar.
on the left?
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B.
And on the right? Whirling.
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed commercial area.
And between the two?
The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny fleck of light catches your eye on the rooftop. Sunlight reflecting off the upstairs window of Clausia's room.
There it is.
Do you have a line of sight to the window?
Yep.
More than that,
Kim, with a pair of binoculars, I would be able to see inside the room. Yes, there's an opening between 33A and 10. I can see to the roof. Yeah,
A pair of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle?
yeah.
You'd be prone, lying on a mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
It's an assassination. Right. He points to the makeshift bed. Maybe the guy did who we killed.
Cheek against the cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger. On a calm day like this.
Kim, I could make it. I could make the shot.
Good. I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Plus 70 XP. Determine where the shot came from. Right.
Affirmative.
Why didn't we come here before?
Why? We don't go everywhere in the 1,000-meter radius of the crime scene. That's not procedure.
6 people are dead. We could have prevented it. Yeah.
Don't beat yourself up, officer. We did not put guns in their hands or get them drunk.
He looks north over the fortification, then adds.
We will make up for it. Here. I feel it.
Could the shooter still be here?
Where?
He looks behind his back. Right here, on this island.
He does not answer, just nods. With his back hunched, he looks around once more and says,
Get your gun out anyway.
he feels uncomfortable suddenly.
We should move now.
Yep, turn away. We got a thought, a breakthrough.
Apricot chewing gum scented one.
Trying to figure out our wife in all this.
August 2nd, early late summer. You're getting off the streetcar in Le Jardin, east of the river. Her father and mother are middle class. The nylon of her little jacket rustles next to you in the dark like autumn leaves. Her heels click on the pavement. You're walking up to the gate in front of her parents' house. She takes out her chewing gum and you kiss her. A feeling like electricity flows through your whole body. Immediately, you know that you've entered a completely different world.
Okay. Jardin, east of river, father, mother, middle class. Bonuses. Plus 2 perception. Betrayal lingers everywhere. Great. Well, it is good. Plus 2 perception is not bad. Alright, well, at least now we know where the shot has come from. Which again is important. This is where he shot. He, I'm saying, could be a she. I still think it could be the sniper who was working underneath him. It's possible, right? The winch is broken. Rust even what remains of the chain.
A strange feeling looking at the water. Maybe you should just wander off into the sea. Leave it all and walk in.
Why?
Perhaps there's someone there, under the water, waiting for you,
Death?
where it has always been,
Great.
smelling of tutti frutti and betrayal.
My wife is there?
Baby, you know it's going to hurt.
But it's cold.
Yes, cold and still. But love is warm, like the inside of her mouth.
Yes, please.
Oh fuck, yes. Go there in your head. It's been days since you thought about her. A week.
Raise your sight.
In the still mirror of the bay, you see Martinez, reflected. Tall edifices of ruins reach into the water, like shimmering towers. And the shacks too. Pine trees and motor lorries, upside down.
Yeah?
Islets and posts, like stepping stones, lead into the water in front of you. Go. Step in. It's been too long.
Shake your head. No. Stop these stupid thoughts. Weird thoughts. Anyway, but yeah, I'm trying to figure out about my wife. It's true. Rest in the flak tower. The damaged physique has earned its rest, no matter what thoughts and dreams it may bring. And find fuel put in the generator upstairs. To power the console, open the door. There could be fuel on the island tucked away somewhere. So look around. We still have the bow collector thing left. So if I can figure out my past, you know, it could help me in the about my future. We're learning a little bit, slowly by slowly. You know, not all at once, but sure. What about this?
You see a small metal door nested inside a larger one. A heavy steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole above the handle. It's very small.
What's on the other side?
Another part of the island, probably. The lock looks like it could still be usable.
The lieutenant looks into the keyhole. How do we open this?
Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
He looks at the door, then at its bigger brother, and then at the lock.
He's right. It would be better to open its big brother. A powerful engine hangs under the ceiling. It must control the blast door.
You're right, we opened the big one. Do you see the controls anywhere?
Yeah, on the console just southeast of here. Remember? Let's look around. Getting the blast door open seems like the best plan.
He points to it, then shuffles his feet to stay warm. Right. Well, we have the fuel, so pour it in and start it.
This old cylindrical generator waits with its fuel cap open. Makeshift electrical wiring runs out of its side and across the floor.
Pour fuel into the tank.
The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell.
Alright.
There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch.
Pull the rope.
The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
Alright.
That should do it.
That should do it. Please. So the generator is on. It's probably made a lot of noise. So whoever's here now, whoever here is, if someone is here, he knows we're here. Now, the
A
controls.
dim golden glow animates the console. Faint, like a ghost light. Urgence ouvert reads one dial key. Allumer reads another.
It's on.
He
Turn
smiles.
emergency open.
Right.
Automatic boot.
Could this open the blast door?
I think, yes. Let's see.
He points to the emergency dial
That one.
switch.
The emergency open.
Push light interior.
The lighting in the room turns on with a sizzle. A dim ambient orange.
Slide the radio dial.
The dial slides under the dusty glass, dark and silent, despite the power being on. You make out defunct stations on the UKV frequency. The words, failed insula, are written on the band.
Yeah, but is it not on?
An idea lights up in your head.
Maybe we could contact Suna, the programmer lady. She could open the door for us remotely.
This is an air-gapped system. Of air, I think they call it. That won't work.
The lieutenant inspects the indicator. Are you sure?
No, I'm not. But it would not be very good military technology if programmer ladies could control it remotely. Also, it's ancient. Incompatible.
Okay, turn emergency open.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks.
Nice.
A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
Nice. Does not the whole thing not open? Oh, there you go. It is opening. Well, that's nice. Bang. And then the last part. There you go. Done.
A sudden wave of anxiety makes your skin crawl.
After you.
What's there? Point to the door.
I don't know.
I'm scared.
Don't be. I have a gun.
He takes out his sidearm, checks the barrel, then holsters again. I also have a gun.
I know. It was not easy to acquire.
Let's go. Alright, we got the guns. We're ready. We could rest here for an hour. You know what? Let's do it. I don't know, why not?
The greasy old spring mattress lies in the corner. Fresh linen under the heavy caracal cover.
The offer still stands. Take it. You don't look so good.
He says, looking out over the pillbox. Maybe a little shut-eye, just an hour.
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there, in the dark corner. Like a dog you lie there.
Curl up with your knees close to your chest.
The blanket feels cold. The entire room does. Concrete and cold. Minutes pass. Half an hour maybe. The sounds of the sea beyond grow distant. Your eyelids close. Until
Until?
you feel yourself standing up in the darkness.
Oh.
Right next to the mattress. Slowly, the world begins to hatch from the blackness. It's evening.
That's not good. Hey, I'm supposed to sleep for some time only.
Sleep.
Where the hell is Kim? Come on, up we get. The lieutenant is no longer here. Go outside to the beach. Okay, this is a dream. The door is closed. The door is back like you never opened it. Yeah, we're dreaming. You all know we're dreaming. Is my wife gonna be here now? Go down to the chain. There's something there. There isn't. Now do it. Walk into the water. Oh, great. Well. Ah. Yes, we walk on the water, don't we? Ah, there she is.
Dolores Day,
Oh,
the
Dolores
innocence
Day.
of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state turns around to face you. She has an airship airbag in her hand. She seems to be in a hurry.
Hello, Dolores Day.
Off to advise the Queen of Shest, most likely. This is the Holy Suzerain of Muindi and Insulinda. Definitely not your wife. You need to talk to her. Think of the historical knowledge you could glean.
It's a dream.
I don't know, man. What is the Holy Suzerain doing here? Something seems off.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Morova. To live there, in Grad. It's 1 million kilometers away, Harry. Might as well be another lifetime.
Is this how she left me? What's in the bag?
Just my scepter, my globe cruciger, a spare silk gown, a toothbrush, travel documents, the crown of immortality.
Crown of Immortality? Aren't you already wearing one?
Oh, this.
She carries the wreath on her forehead.
This is just a wreath. The crown of immortality is made of rarefied light, mana and raw palladium. It was passed on to me by the rulers of late antiquity.
Great.
She looks at the suitcase, not knowing what more to say. Then, over her shoulder.
Right.
Anyway,
Something is off.
I'm sorry. I was heading to the aerodrome. I just don't have time to...
She stops mid-sentence, glances to her right, then looks at her bag. Hey.
Hey,
Hey, that's all I get? Smile.
I mean, hey to you too?
Says apprehensively. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good, actually. Both professionally and romantically.
Really?
I've come to a fulfilling and peaceful period in my life.
She nods hastily.
Well, how are you doing, Harry?
I'm in my head. I miss you.
Well, I'm in my head too. We're all in our heads.
Do you miss me then? Do you miss me there?
Sometimes. Not as often as I used to. So much time has passed. More than it seems here.
She stares at her feet, the zebra stripes on the intersection, the lights of the video rental glow in her hair. Can you stay for a moment? We need to talk. We need to have one more massive epic showdown.
No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive epic showdown. I want to go to the aerodrome. I have tickets for the 10:20 flight to Morova. Really.
She shakes her head sadly. She looks at you plaintively.
We don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words has been played out. The atoms don't form us anymore. Us. Our love. Our unborn daughters.
Oh. She was pregnant?
It's all gone.
Oh, we lost
I have
the
to go
child.
to the aerodrome. I have to leave Revachol and you. And you have to be alone. In hell. Forever. That's just the way it is.
She left me in hell? What the hell is up with my hand?
Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try now.
I bought you this figurine of a headless flan rider. Give it to her.
I don't want it.
She doesn't take
It
it.
looks expensive. I don't want it.
I thought you liked figurines. I thought the figurines were for getting you back.
That's not what figurines do, Harry.
But then the figurines don't do anything.
She looks at the headless Fallon rider between your fingers and doesn't know what to say. The figurines don't do anything? Anything at all. But I thought the historic figure she had.
She liked war games and figurines.
Yes, I thought it would be good.
Okay, I won't give you things then.
I didn't ask for things. It's too late to give me anything. I would have liked the headless Fawn Rider. Back then.
Oh. So she did like figurines in the past. But that's not a very good way for things to be.
It's not. But
She looks at her feet. Little golden sandals cover her toes. But what? Tell me there's something good.
I don't know why I said but. There is no but.
Well, that's it.
That's it, yes.
She looks up from her toes.
We've talked about it a million times. You will get over it, just like I did. People do. Things will get good for you again.
So she left me because of what? I don't understand. Why did she leave? Just we lost children? I mean, that you know, that breaks couples apart pretty hard.
Where in hell?
Good for me, where? In fucking hell? I'm not getting over it at all. You're right, don't even remember who you are anymore. I'm not getting over it at all, yeah.
It just takes some time.
Huh.
For you, I think it will take something like 20 years, maybe.
Oh god.
It was hard for me too, you know. I used to think I couldn't live without you.
Oh, great. She looks at you straight in the eye. Her iris is a light blue, flecked with green. So she just left one day, huh?
But I can.
20 years, that's so much time. So you felt that way once, that you cannot live without me? It doesn't have to be like this, maybe we could try again. Okay then, super okay, I have other things I need to know. 20 years, that's so much time.
Yes. It only took me 1 year, maybe 2. Phew.
She smiles and wipes her brow in relief. Really? Come on, that's so insulting. So you felt that way once, that you couldn't live without me?
Yes. But that time is gone now. So very gone.
Great, it doesn't have to be like this, maybe we could try again.
No, Harry. We can't.
Why?
We already tried again, and it didn't work.
Great.
Is that how it is now? We should just try all good things twice and then give up. By that logic,
Let's be the last sane people in the world. But only twice. If that doesn't work, let's lose our minds and let it all sink in the pail.
Yes, of course. You've got everything under control, and I'm hysterical because I don't want to keep hurting you.
She looks away from you. What went wrong when you tried again? Yeah, I can do better.
I don't know. Please.
She shuffles from one golden sandal feet to the other. In the distance, the streetcar screeches. Why? Why can't we be together? I wanna
Harry,
know.
we can't be together because you're insane.
Her eyes turn to sorrowful ovals. I'm not insane, don't say that.
they're turning moist now. Her eyes. She slowly shakes her head and tries to get hold of herself, brushing her hands in her gown.
So I was insane? That's why how was I insane? What do you mean by insane?
You know what I mean.
Everyone gets a little down.
A little down. You've worked there for so long, you can't even talk like a normal person anymore. It's always lists with you. Questions.
So I became too much like a cop.
Questions? Did someone say questions?
They're not lists, they're trees.
This is another one, isn't it? We're in a tree right now.
Yes, but it's not possible to talk without trees. Lists are absolutely normal, everyone has them. You just list everything you want to ask.
In descending order, usually. It's best to do them like that.
Yeah, I'm a logical person.
It's not just the lists or trees or whatever. You get sad, Harry. Too sad. People can't get that sad. It's impossible to watch.
She connects the wreath on her head with her hands trembling now.
Other people get sad too, but not like you. You stay down for too long. You only communicated with encyclopedic trivia. I was so alone.
Okay, so... I was too emotional? Maybe? I was crazy, emotional? I don't understand.
In conclusion, you're ill.
Huh.
You're an old, insane man. And you have to be in hell until the end of your life. And I have to go to Morova.
I get the feeling you're not really Dolores Day.
I don't know what you mean. Dolores Day?
She looks at you quizzically. It does not seem like a mystery she wants to get into. You're the morning, you're just an evil ape. On second thought, you're Dolores Day, queen of region of territories of Mundi and Insulinde, nothing else. You're the morning.
The morning? I don't understand.
No, I mean morning. I'm grieving. But you're not even dead.
Oh my god, Harry, stop. I don't want to hear anything about the morning. Mourning someone who's still alive. Any of that.
That does sound a little crazy.
I can't do that anymore. I'm not 80 years old, I'm 32. People my age are not supposed to mourn.
She breathes out. It sounds more angry than a sigh. You're the X something.
Wasn't I Dolores Day just a second ago? Now I'm the X thing? You're confusing me. Look, I have to be at the Lausanne Aerodrome at 10:20 p.m. I still have a light rail to catch.
So she left on a right rail, I see.
I haven't even bought the tickets yet.
She keeps glancing over her shoulder nervously. I should have stayed down. I should have gone even deeper to a place where I never met you because it's impossible to meet people in the abyss of the void. I'm glad we're having this conversation. I'm getting so much closer.
I'm glad too, but I have to go. My friends are waiting for me on the platform. I can't let them wait. It's impolite.
What?
You know what is impolite? Consigning lieutenant to the director of the Revershall Citizen Militia to eternal damnation. It's so grotesque. Cool, your friends. Say hi to them for me then.
The morning? I don't understand.
It's probably better that you don't. I double-clicked. I will, she says. The evening wind blows in and the gown wraps around her like a little flag. It's probably better that you don't.
Yes. It really, really is better that I don't.
You're just an evil ape. We are all just evil apes.
You don't have to hate the world. Can't you see how kind and beautiful everything is? I don't have time to deal with your pessimism. There are so many people at the stop at this hour. They're all going to the aerodrome.
She looks around her at the evening light. Beautiful world, beautiful aerodrome. Evil aerodrome, taking everything away from me. Forget the aerodrome for 1 second. I lost and it was you who I lost to. Yeah.
It wasn't a fight. I was never fighting you.
That's right, yes, so paranoid of me. There is no antagonism between us. I didn't want to fight you. You're the tiny ape I loved. Yeah.
Let's stop it with the apes. This isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
You told her you loved her. She has to feel something.
Yeah. Maybe. On second thoughts, it's Dolores Day, Queen Edition of the territories of Mundi and Insulinden. Nothing else.
Yes, Harry. I am. Things have gotten much better for me. Now that I am the ruler of the known world. Oh God, it's already so late. I have to go, Harry.
She pulls up the sleeve of a gown to check the time.
A tiny golden watch with red straps around her bony little wrists.
I know you still love me, kiss her. No, 42% chance, come on. But you said I have a vast soul and that you will always come back to it. Yeah.
We both said a lot of things. We were very young.
It was her. I can feel it. I can see it in her tender long fingers, in her wrists. Her hand wrote it, said those things.
Actually, you didn't say it, you wrote it in a letter, a handwritten letter. I kept it in my paperwork.
As Queen Regnant, I write a lot of letters.
She brushes a strand of white hair out of her eye.
You need to recite it to her, for effect. All of it. No summaries.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, put a stake through your heart. She'll get hurt too. Collateral damage. She won't get hurt. She'll bend out of the way.
You have it ready, let me refresh your memory. Let's take a pause bitterly, trip down memory lane, start reciting. You know what I mean? You left me a letter saying you will always come back to me, that you can't believe how happy you are with me. Let's give her the whole thing.
Please, Harry. I just don't have time for this.
Check out the letter and read. Yeah, every morning when I step out of your sleep behind me, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows, until by the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me completely. I step on the light rail and look back, something bow collector. I know it will be like this, until I walk back to you. You, every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. Can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast soul, and I will always come back to it.
Okay, stop. Yes.
She surrenders.
Are you happy now?
There's more. Kisses.
Very well.
She sighs.
I wrote it. It was morning. You slept. There was hoarfrost on the ground when I left. On Voyager Road. It was autumn. The first autumn. But Harry, please understand. It was 1,000,000 years ago. No.
No?
It was 100 million years ago. I was someone else then. Filled to the brim with love for you. Hanging on your every word. Oh, Harry, you were the coolest. But I am no longer that person. This
She points to herself.
has taken her place. It will devour you. Harry, I will eat your mind.
Right. She doesn't love me anymore, apparently.
The light of the video rental shines through her dress now. A DeLorean figure, cut in black, moves below. It's still her. Her legs, her breasts, her hips.
Can't you run back to the person you were? I can see her in you, under the ground, under the gown and that wreath. There was a bow collector, a light rail, streetcar number
42.
42. She nods.
That is the light rail that took me to Quran, to school and work. Every morning. It's the same stop I met you at, Harry. 100,000 million years ago.
Okay, so that's why the light rail is important.
No human being should still remember the position of atoms such eons ago. It must feel unnaturally sad. A sadness so ancient, it is shared even by archaebacteria.
Voyager Road, I know that place. Where is it?
It's here, Harry. We are on Voyager Road. At the end of it, 300 meters from the stop. We used to come here to rent videos.
The house.
There. You could not pay the electrical bill. It became a lightless tomb. The years you spent training for the militia, my parents' money, it was not good.
She points across the water to the darkness. You could not pay the electrical bill. Huh. So I was extremely poor. But I joined the militia. I became very high up. Can't you turn back to the person you were? I can see her in you, under the gown and that wreath.
And my crown of immortality? No.
She shakes her head.
You scared her out of me. With your crying,
She stops.
the awful time we wound up having. And the cheap rental flats you could afford. Can't you see? I can never think you're cool again. I can only think that way about new people.
You're a better man now, with a rank in a powerful armed organization.
We can get a nice place this time. I can provide for you. I was young and weak then.
No, it's too late. I found someone for whom I feel the same love I did for you. Only this time, he is more careful. He will not lose me. It will go somewhere. It will grow.
So she loved me, but then I was poor. And I was become emotional and sad, and that's why she left.
Your heart burns. Through the blackness, you feel the trickle of blood on the mattress below you.
Harry, do you notice how none of this is very funny?
Yes, you're the least funny part about me.
I hate being that. I don't want to be anything for you. I hope the decades it takes for you to get over me have already passed.
Well, they haven't. I was cool.
The coolest.
She closed
With
her
your
eyes.
leather jacket and your boot-cut pants, smoking in the bus stop. I wanted you to be the rest of my life that day. And you were. Some of it, at least. You were my first kiss, my first time to have sex, the first and worst time I fell in love.
Come on.
I will always have that with me. It's a fact. But that is all it is. It's like a ticket stub, Harry. It doesn't do anything anymore.
A ticket stub.
Yes, let's talk about that too.
She nods.
Let's bring it up, the zoo. In Le Jardin, the day we went east of the river, to the aquarium first, I was sad about my mother. I don't even know why. The shimmer of the fish tank on my face, the
This
octopuses.
is all in my head, yes, man. This is good though. Maybe we'll go past it.
It was just a day then, but to think, were we there now, you could touch my hair, kiss me, talk to me about anything, go
She shakes her head.
virtually anywhere in the world. Not like now. Now our interactions are limited to pain and regret.
Okay, what now? What happens now? What is the next thing we talk about? Conclude.
Is there really anything left? If not, we can always repeat one of the things we have already talked about. Talk about it again.
She looks over her shoulder.
If you do not feel like doing that, you should let me go to the aerodrome.
War criminal.
Who says that? I have ruled with kindness, grace, and temperance. It's perfectly normal to have an army of humanity. I am the innocence of humanism. I call it whatever I want to.
Okay.
Besides, you're only saying this because things didn't work out between us.
She stops.
I really have to go to the aerodrome. I don't have time for this.
Would you say you didn't behave like a war criminal with me?
You were very bad to me too.
She stops.
We've talked about it like 7 million times now. I don't want to do that anymore.
I don't think kissing her is a good idea, by the way. It does not make sense. We'll try it anyway. It worked. Okay. Hey, it's a dream, man.
With your feet trembling
6'5".
from the steps you took, tepid and fearful, you stand against her, her body close to you, radiating warmth. With your eyes closed, you move your lips on her mouth.
Does it work? One last kiss to get over her? Maybe?
She is not kissing you back.
But I succeeded.
This was not about failure or success. This was always going to be horror. I should not have suggested it, and you should not have listened to me.
I feel her breath.
Her chest rising like a pillow, warm exhalations against the side of your mouth, her tender soul moving through her lungs.
Her cheek against mine.
Feels like soft fuzz, a bird covered in down feathers, brushing against your broken capillaries.
Capillaries, huh?
The world's most precious material, reserved for those she lets close enough to feel it. You are stealing a touch. It's not yours to take.
I guess. Well, I mean, I don't know. This is not going well, huh? Whole silver against my forehead.
The delicate wreath on her forehead pressing into your temple. The silver is cold from the spring evening air.
Squeeze her wrists.
Her hand does not return the grip. Her body is rigid. A current of unease courses through it.
She does not like this.
Distrust. For you. The curve of her spine. Her shoulders hunched. She keeps herself stiff. Her center guarded from your motions. Unresponsive to your guidance.
Move your mouth.
Nothing, just pillows against you. Unresponsive, but for the taste of apricots.
Great.
Apricot-scented chewing gum.
You're not kissing me back. End.
The moment is ending. She is going to move her face away from yours.
Yep. Hopefully this helps in closure. She's not interested. Get it now? Maybe?
Trying hard not to look at you. When she withdrew and you held on to her hand, she tried not to look at your face and see the expression there. Brother, you should put me in front of a firing squad. I have no words for how I failed you.
Suggestion. You didn't kiss me back.
She breathes out heavily, as if something painful has passed through her, and shakes her head.
I thought you would. I know you still love me. You can't not. Listen to. I just need to do that. I'm sorry.
She shakes her head one more time. The evening wind rustles her hair, blowing old newspapers and fast food wrappings down the street.
You are the apricot chewing gum scented one.
No, I'm just Dora.
She shakes her head once more. I'm just Dora. Why didn't you kiss me back?
Why did you do that to yourself? You know I don't cheat, Harry. I never cheated on you.
Okay, that's it then.
No, Harry. Not yet. There is one more thing you have to see.
She slides her hands down her chest and onto her lower stomach and smiles.
I'm pregnant.
It's not mine.
Of course not.
She looks down at her belly, then up into your old eyes. She did cheat?
I terminated yours. Don't you remember? You poor fuck. Poverty-stricken fuck.
Right.
Now, go ahead.
She wipes her palms and
Ask me more questions. Let's talk about something else.
Well, that's pretty horrible.
No, this has to end. Do the last one.
Right, don't go.
I have to, Harry. Really, I've already missed the 8:30.
Her fingers wrap around
I'm
her
gonna
back
go
handle.
now.
Right.
I was wrong. You don't have power over her anymore. You shouldn't have said that. I am wrong about everything.
Yes, one
You
holy
should go
oath,
on
Harry.
without me.
Right. They don't have a coffee first? Hold on, what is there to do in Minova? But I swore I wouldn't let you go. You told me, asked me this. Okay, I understand. Where's my list? Wait. Hold on, what is there to do in Mirova?
Light, life, culture. It's so much better than here. Everything here reminds me of you, and the horrible times we had. The nights we stayed up fighting for our dying love.
Wait.
I have to wipe it all off me and be clean again. I want to be a good person again. Not this. Not what you made me into.
But I made it. I mean, maybe. Wait, can't we sit down and have a coffee first? There's a cafeteria on the corner. Point east.
No. That would only be painful and dull. At the aerodrome, life, love, and laughter are waiting for me. At the cafeteria, dust, hell, and tragic comedy.
But you fell out of love with me. I was poor. That's true. But I swore I wouldn't let you go. You told me, you asked me to be this way.
That was someone else. I betrayed her, overwrote her, and I'm happier for it. And I'm really going now. The time is up. I must be on the 10:20 flight.
She turns. Will we ever see each other again?
I won't see you, but you will see me.
How can that be?
Oh, Harry. This is a dream. Can't you
I know.
see? I'm already in Morova by now. Who knows how long ago this happened?
She looks
A
around.
year? 2? 5 years ago?
How will I see you again then?
Right here, tomorrow night. Once this dream starts happening, it keeps happening. 3 times a week, at least. And Harry, it really, really looks like it started happening again. There's the video rental.
There it is.
I'm suffocatingly beautiful and young, and I smell of tutti frutti chewing gum, like I did that time when I asked you for forgiveness. After leaving you the first time, so long ago.
Wait, but this is intolerably bad.
Oh yes, this is real darkness. It's not death or war or child molestation. Real darkness has love for a face. The first death is in the heart, Harry. See you tomorrow.
Wait, it's gonna happen again? Come on. So keep dreaming about her leaving. That's not very healthy emotionally. Maybe we should see a psychologist, huh? Seems pretty bad. What the hell just happened? And you have it multiple times a week? Come on.
You're up quick. How was your sleep?
Try to cover up blood seeping out with your hands. Actually, total annihilation. Let's comb the entire island centimeter by centimeter. The next step in the task chain. Just spit out the blood and get back to work. You badass like that. The receipt was deep and invigorating. Actually, it was total annihilation, Kim. Yeah.
I did not want to wake you. Perhaps I should have? Was it a job dream?
No, an ex-wife dream.
The lieutenant nods solemnly.
My sleep was invigorating. Swallow the blood and conclude. My sleep was deep and invigorating. Try to cover up the blood seeping out with your hands.
Of course. I was just thinking maybe you've torn your stitches. Are you ready to move on?
Have I torn my stitches? Let's solve this effing case.
Are you sure you're okay? You thrashed around and you bolted up, half covered in blood from your wound.
Swallow the blood and conclude. Let's comb the entire island centimeter by centimeter. That's the next step in the task chain.
Okay.
You reply simply. Right. So I'm definitely not okay, by the way. Just saying. That was quite a dream. And I think a good place to end it, actually. So yeah, we'll go through this. Yeah, in the next one. See you all then. Traumatic, huh?